Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit. Well, good afternoon. This address may be short, may not be so sweet, and you may understand, but then again, you may not. But that would represent the essence of America, which by spirit is Babylon. And Babylon means confusion. So, as you see, my name is Unc Sam. I am the symbol of America. The stars and stripes, the eagle, the red, white, and the blue. And so I wanted to come on today because of the energy that's going on in America. But specifically, I wanted to talk to the so-called black people, the Negroes, the colored, the niggers. So apparently, the black people here in America are still under the delusion of confusion. Now, it's a twofold deal. We need our Negroes to stay and be in confusion. But in that confusion, they can become dangerous. So sometimes we have to give them information that will stoke the flames and keep them pacified. So, in light of the Buffalo shooting, where the young man, which actually looks like my grandson, if I must say, went into a grocery store and committed murder against 10 of you black people, mostly older women, and was peacefully arrested and taken away. And, he'll go to justice and more than likely won't get out of jail. And did I say he kind of looks like my grandson? But I digress. Anyway, his acts were outlined in an extensive manifesto, a report, which would give some insight to his mind frame. But in actuality, it's the mind frame of the majority of America, and not just the good old white folks who was in charge, but the immigrants who they allow to come over as well. So when you think of it, black folk, you have to include not just us good old white folk, but everybody in this mix of American society, or the hierarchy, or the caste system. You black folk represent the ground level. You are the ground by which other nations or groups of people step on to get to the ladder of the American dream and success. Sorry to say that, but even before the foundations of the country, this beautiful, wonderful land of America, you were brought here into captivity, in bondage, enslaved. And that was done so that you could work the land, suffer the consequences of death and disease, to build this great nation and empire as it stands today. There was never a regard of humanity being applied. You were property brought for a specific purpose. So even though over the course of time, under the formulation of this wonderful country of America, which you would most likely refer to as the Emancipation Proclamation, being regarded as property or subhuman, invaders, slaves, niggers, animals. No humanity is applied to your existence. You are mere property. So at what you would regard as your quote freedom was just the transfer of property from private hands to the hands of our government of this wonderful great republic. And the republic compensated thusly the owners of said property. So with that being the case, hopefully, if that's not too much confusion here spiritually in Babylon, black people, it will give you insight as to why there is no direct legislation or compensation that could be applied to you, as merely being the designation of property, being on a subhuman status. You cannot make laws of humanity that apply to non-human property. You have been created. You are a creation of the nation, nameless, positionless, powerless, politically disenfranchised, subject to the wish and whim of your owners, which are the holders of stock in the nation, i.e., the other citizens of America, the human population of America, which governs and surveils you black people's movements and activity. It is a design to keep you at a specific population percentile. It is a design to keep you enslaved under the modern principles of crime. It is designed for you to maintain the base level of society in the hierarchy of American resources, education, politics, etc. Your existence is at the pleasure and service of all others who take part in the American dream and have national rights and protections. Black people cannot be protected. Black people cannot ever become economically empowered. It would destroy the socio-political economic fabric of this great republic. Your economic empowerment removes you from being the primary consumer base for all other retailers and merchandisers. It is unacceptable for you to create banks and disconnect yourself from the banking systems, merchandising systems, retail systems, educational systems, military systems of this great American republic. Your existence here as Black, non-human entities is for the servicing, functioning, and maintenance of the greatest built empire on the planet. And the oil of that empire is the blood of your bodies throughout the centuries. The supremacists, the nationalists, the racists are designated, designed informal militias in accordance with the state-sanctioned policing forces and military-industrial complex to maintain the law and order of Negro disenfranchisement and destitution. The Constitution does not apply to Black people. There is no such thing as Black people. Black means dead. So, in America, there is only Americans and the dead people. That is why you are killed with little to no repercussion. I hope this service announcement will ease your confusion and give you perspective as to your actual place and value in America. We shall speak again, Black people. And until we are together again, I love you. I love you. I love you. To be continued.
Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.